So sketchnoting is another name for visual note-taking. Really useful for capturing ideas down on paper, but in a bit more of an artistic and creative way. So sketchnoting is all about the ideas, not so much about the art. You might use it for action planning. You might use it during a session, whether that's a conference session or a lesson that you're taking part in, where you draw down or sketch the key points. You might use it as a reflective tool, or maybe you just use it as something that helps you calm your busy mind and be a bit more mindful in your thinking and planning in your practice. No, definitely not. If anyone's seen any of my sketch notes, they're all really simple shapes. I use the most basic of stick people, and the way I add character to them is curly hair, spiky hair, different expressions on their smile, maybe add a hat. The key rule about sketchnoting that everyone needs to remember is it's about, can you put your ideas down on paper or on an iPad or tablet, not necessarily how good you are at being an artist. You don't need to be Picasso to do it. And it's useful as a tool to play around with how you might visually represent some of your ideas. Some great, really simple things to start with is including some arrows so you can have direction. Maybe thinking about how you might put borders and highlight certain words or certain ideas. One of my favourite ones, and some of my common ones that I like to use, is if I have an idea, I tend to use a light bulb idea, which does mean that wherever I go, I'm always looking at different light bulbs and how I might draw them. I quite often use stars and hearts. I might use some three-dimensional drawing, so I might sort of make a bit of a bubble word. I sometimes also use a way of writing a word that reflects what the word is. So if I was saying something was on fire, I might say the word fire, that it's got some flames coming out of the top, as an example. So you don't need to be great at art, you just need to have ideas, and everybody's got ideas. You can definitely use words. Some sketch notes I've seen are actually maybe 75–80% written word, with some drawings to emphasise key points. Others are very drawing and sketch based, with a few ideas to do the opposite of to highlight certain key phrases or quotes that the sketch noter wants to remember. One of the ways that I think really finishes off a sketch note is I put a border around the outside, and depending on what the sketch note is about, sometimes it's a picture frame, sometimes it's a bubble, sometimes it's a dotted line. Whatever it is, that's also a really great way for me to feel that I've finished and can kind of draw a line under that area of thinking, and it helps with it being more easily recalled from memory.